Hi guys, my name is Jean-Marc. I've pretty much grown up in this church from about 1983, and I was asked to actually share my story with you guys. I just want to relate to you on a very personal level how things can just get out of hand when you start dabbling with things and playing around with things that you shouldn't play around with. In my sort of very early teens, probably about 11, 12 years old, I really felt like I was the outcast as far as my friends were concerned at school. That I sort of just broke, and I decided that I wanted it so badly to be in that I was going to do everything it took to be in. I saw that they were smoking and drinking and doing things that 12, 13-year-old child shouldn't be doing. But I rationalized that doing what I was doing was going to get me into the right crowds. But one of the things specifically that we were involved in, and that the crowd of guys were involved in, was talking about sex and talking about naked women and those kind of things. And that kind of really was the start. Pornography was introduced to me at that age. I think I was about 12 years old. And like with the smoking and the drinking, I decided I was going to go be the first to get a pornographic magazine, which I did. I thought it was just something small, and it really got me even more into the in crowd. And I rationalized that was okay. Even though my parents taught me differently, I so badly wanted to fit in. So as things progressed, my friends would start talking about their interactions with women and their sexual experiences. And I felt like I was once again out because I hadn't experienced anything like that. It was when I was 14 that I really experienced my first sexual experience. I just couldn't control the flood of emotions and the sudden adult responsibility kind of thing that was placed on me. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It became an obsession in my life that I just had to try and find another fix. I had to try and do it more, and I would find girlfriends just for that reason. And it really got out of hand until the age of 17, when my girlfriend became pregnant. After a little while, we decided to get married, and I was only 19 years old when I got married, but I'd never dealt with the issues with this problem. I didn't even see it as a problem. In fact, I thought it was just a hobby. It was just something that I could escape to when I didn't feel good. It started becoming a problem in my marriage as well. The more I thought about pornography and the more I delved in it, the more I saw my wife withdrawing from me. That lust and that desire that was once small really became so uncontrollable for me. I had to see pornography more and more and more to get that fix and to make myself feel better. What I didn't realize is that it was ripping my family more and more apart. The more I dabbled and binged on pornography, the more I was riddled with guilt and shame and condemnation. And I just felt like I was a shell of a man. I would rationalize that there's going to be no consequences for this. I'm a Christian. God's going to help me with this. Let me just binge because I need it. I need it now. Then I'd binge again. And I'd rationalize again that this is not so bad. I can deal with this. And eventually I thought there can't be any consequences because this is happening over and over and over again. I had a wife and I had children and everything was fine on the surface, but in the background, these were the things that I was dealing with. I invited somebody over to our house to pray in our house, and that woman didn't know about what was going on in my house. She prayed. She said to me, "Jean-Marc, be careful what you allow into your house, because the spirits that you allow in your house can affect your whole household." And it wasn't very long after that my marriage started falling apart. Eventually my wife left me, my kids as well. A little habit that started when I was 11, 12 years old, that I thought I had control over, that I thought I would be able to manage, that I thought nobody would catch me. It got to such a point in my adult life that it totally wrecked my marriage and totally wrecked my life. And I realized that I need help. I need to get help somehow, because my excuses weren't working. The rationale that I used to use, that I'm a Christian and I'm not condemned and I'll get through this and I'll get over this and there's not going to be any consequences, obviously was wrong, because I had just lost my family. And it ended up, even through counseling, that it ended up that we actually got divorced. And my life was just totally messed up. And that's when I was able to, or found a counselor and a support group that specifically deals with sexual addiction, where I was able to come through it, and God showed me His grace and showed me how much He loved me, showed me who I really am in Him. We can rationalize how we want to. We can tell ourselves that this isn't going to burn, this isn't going to hurt, this isn't going to hurt anybody, this isn't hurting anybody. There's going to be no consequences to this. But a thing that seemingly looks small and seemingly looks like you have control over, especially when it's a weapon of the enemy, can very, very soon totally take over your life and totally destroy your life.